Hey guys, Matt here and welcome back to one of my top 6 fragrance episodes. In this episode I'm going to be talking to you guys about my favourite summer fragrances. Now I know that it's not exactly the summer season just yet, still trying to get through the spring, but I've been very excited and I've really wanted to do my summer list for quite a while now, so I'm kind of pushing it forward a little bit. So it's pretty exciting for me to do this right now because I've got some great fragrances here. But before I do this list, I just want to let you guys know that a lot of the fragrances here are not niche. They are simply just designer fragrances. But these are fragrances which are pretty affordable. There's maybe one or two which could be considered in the £50 to £60 mark. But I really hope that you enjoy this list. So please let me show you guys my top 6 recommendations for the summer season. Now before I kickstart this list, let me show you guys 3 fragrances which are honourable mentions. This list has actually been pretty difficult to do, if I'm honest, because a lot of the fragrances which I have here are really good. So let me show you the 3 scents which are honourable mentions. The first one is a one that I reviewed not long ago, and this is the very nice, very fresh, very clean fragrance which is known as Oxygen Home by Lanvin. Now, this one is actually really good. I've worn it a few times this season, in the springtime, which has worked pretty well, but I just know for sure that it's going to work ever so well when the summer does arrive. I also do think that this one will work very well when I go over to America again sometime, I hope, next summer. Because of course America is a much hotter climate than it is here in the UK. So I do think that it is going to work much better. But this is a brilliant fragrance. It's very refreshing, it's very clean. It's got some bergamot in there, it's also got a little bit of sandalwood, so it's a nice sort of fresh, woody fragrance, but it's also got some florals in there, it's got some freesia, so it's very fresh, it's very clean, and it's not a bad scent at all. It's definitely up there with some of the best Lanvin fragrances with Avant-Garde. But this is a great scent. If you guys have never checked it out, you need to, because it's really, really good, and it's very inexpensive also, so do check it out when you get the chance, guys. So that's my first honourable mention, Oxygen Home by Lanvin. My second honourable mention, guys, is Jean-Paul Gaultier Eau de Matin Monsieur. Now this is classed as a knockoff to Mugler cologne. I have smelled Mugler cologne and they do actually smell very, very similar. I think because they're both very soapy scents. This one is very clean, it's very fresh, but it's also quite soapy. So when you first smell this scent, let me just spray it here, you do get a very fresh, kind of green sort of vibe, but it's also got a bit of a spiciness to it. But overall, it's very refreshing. It's just a very nice scent. Doesn't last long because it is a skin scent, so you are only going to be getting a few hours out of this. But it does smell really nice. It's a very normal, casual fragrance. It's not going to impress a lot of people, but it's very easy, it's very light, so I do think that it'll make you feel really good in the summer. So that is my second honourable mention, and it's Jean-Paul Gaultier's Eau de Matin Monsieur. My third honourable mention, guys, is a fragrance that comes from the Library of Fragrance, or simply known as Demeter Fragrance Library, and it's called Ocean. I got this one online, and after seeing a lot of reviews for it, a lot of people said that it's different from a lot of aquatic scents, and I have to agree, it really is. It's not like your typical aquatic scent, so it doesn't have a typical sort of citrus in the opening with a sort of maybe woody base. This one is like what it says on the bottle, Ocean. It reminds you of the salty sea air, it reminds you of the sandy beaches, and it's a really nice, light, easy-going fragrance. It doesn't last long. I mean, the fragrances from the Library of Fragrance do not last long, so they are simply known as pick-me-ups, and they're literally like one of those fragrances that you pick up, you spray it, and then you're good to go. You're not going to get a lot of longevity, like I said, maybe 2 or 3 hours, so they're not strong, but they do smell very good, and this one is just really nice. It's very refreshing, it's very clean, definitely a sort of salty sea air, breezy, ocean breeze fragrance. It's definitely really good. So please check out this fragrance when you get the chance. This is Demeter Fragrance Library's Ocean. Now let's kickstart this top 6 summer list. My first fragrance comes from the house of Giorgio Armani. And this is a very famous fragrance that comes from this house. And it's actually the best selling summer fragrance in the United States of America. This is Acqua di Gio Pour Homme by Giorgio Armani. Now this is a 90s fragrance, so it's been out for quite a long time. In fact, 1996 this fragrance came out, so it's been out for 20 years now. Quite extraordinary, because it does smell very timeless. It does smell like it's going to be a favorite for a long time from today. My only issue with this fragrance is that it doesn't last long, but aquatic fragrances do not last long to begin with. You're only going to be getting maybe 5 or 6 hours out of an aquatic scent, so it's not bad. But this one, I do only get maybe about 4 hours out of this. So, but it's still not a bad fragrance. It's classed as a fresh aromatic. So it's got some lavender in there. It's even got some lemon in the top, grapefruit. But it's also got a bit of lily of the valley and jasmine in there. So it's a very floral scent, but it's also very clean, and it does have that freshness there, which is obviously the whole point of it being in this video, is because fresh is what you want to smell like in the summer. You want to smell clean, fresh, and just downright good. So that is my top 6, not my top 6, that's my number 6 on this list, and it's Acqua di Gio Pour Homme by Giorgio Armani. My number 5 on this list, guys, is a fragrance that comes from the American designer house of Tommy Hilfiger. Now, I reviewed this fragrance again not long ago, and the first time I ever smelled this, I was immediately impressed. It's an inexpensive fragrance. You can pick up a bottle of this, maybe 100ml size, for, in the UK, about $19.99. It's a pretty cheap fragrance, but does it smell cheap? No, it does not smell cheap whatsoever. This smells like a very high quality, well blended fragrance. And this is Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger. Now, this fragrance is influenced by the United States. It's got notes that are actually from states in America. So there's notes like rain from Seattle, there's notes like cactus flower from Arizona, and you know, you get the picture. But it's a beautiful fragrance. It's very refreshing. It's got, like I said before, rain. It's got the note of rain in it, which is quite strange. But it's just very fresh. It's very clean. It's just an amazing fragrance. I really enjoy this. The longevity on it's quite good. I get about 5 to 6 hours out of this. So it's up there with being a decent aquatic scent for the summer. So I really enjoy this, guys. It's even got some spearmint in there, I forgot to mention. And the spearmint adds a really nice minty sort of refreshing vibe. So it does smell like a really cool, refreshing scent. So it's really, really nice. This is Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger. It's a great fragrance. Please do check it out, guys. Don't let the price fool you, because it's a really good one. My number 4 on this list, guys, we're going to go to the house of Larissa Zaro, and this is another 90s aquatic scent called Chrome. Now, Chrome does get a lot of hate. I've noticed in the fragrance community, people think that this is a very synthetic scent. I'm not going to lie, Chrome by Zaro is actually a very synthetic fragrance, but I think what I really like about it is the fact that with it being synthetic, it does actually make it very refreshing, and it does make it smell very clean. A lot of people have said that it smells a little bit like laundry detergent. I don't really get that. To me, this fragrance smells like cotton. It smells like fresh cotton with breeze, like a summer breeze with cotton. Smells very fresh. It smells quite invigorating. It actually reminds me of CK1 by Calvin Klein. And I've seen a lot of people mention that on base notes and Fragrantica. But to my nose, it definitely does smell like CK1. So whether or not this is a knockoff to CK1 by Calvin Klein, I don't know. But it is a nice scent. Lasts a long time as well. Getting maybe about 6 or 7 hours out of it. It does smell really, really nice. It's floral, like very floral. It's got heliotrope in there. It's even got vetiver in there as well, which is quite strange. But overall, it's got grapefruit, lemon. It's even got a little bit of sandalwood. It's also got eucalyptus in also. So very, very nice scent. This is Chrome, guys. This is my number 4 on the list, and it's Chrome by Larissa Zaro. Please check it out. My number 3 on this list, guys, we're going to go to the house of Calvin Klein. And yeah, I mentioned this during when I showed Chrome. This is CK1 by Calvin Klein. Now, even though I have mentioned that it does smell a little bit like Chrome, CK1 is a classic. It's known as being one of the best summer fragrances in anybody's collection, I think. I think anybody who has a summer collection or a summer group for their collection, fragrance collection, this one is definitely, it has to be in there. It's a unisex fragrance, so men and women can wear it. Long lasting, came out, I think it came out in 1994, I believe. I haven't done a review on this one actually, which is quite cool because a lot of fragrances that I show in these videos I've already reviewed. This one, however, I haven't. It's a very fresh, sort of clean scent. Lasts a long time too. I get about the usual 5 to 6 hours, which is good. I know that my mum really likes this. She actually used to own a bottle of it and she used to wear it vigorously. And whenever I smell this, I do actually think of my mum. And it's just it's a really feel-good scent, you know. It's not gonna put anybody off. It's very easy to wear. It's light. It's easy, you know. But it's just nice. It's a very casual scent, and I think anybody who wears it, they'll feel good wearing it because it's definitely that. It's just nice, you know. It's a very nice feel-good scent. Just very clean, bright, perfect for the summer, I think personally. So this is CK1 by Calvin Klein. If you haven't checked it out, please do. In the UK, this fragrance is actually going for really cheap. You can get this is a 200ml size bottle. This is actually the biggest bottle I own out of any fragrance in my collection. And I got this for about £22. So, not badly priced. I mean, I think it was actually reduced from like 40 to 50 something. But it's gone down in price. So please check it out. If you want to get a bottle of this, I would go for this because I do think you will like it. It's not a matter of trying it out in case you don't like it. I do definitely think you'll like it. So please do check out CK1 by Calvin Klein. I think it's the aquatic fragrance lover's dream fragrance. It's really, really good. So please check it out, guys. My number 2 on this list, guys, we're going to go... Oh, hello, Morgan. The infamous foot of Morgan. Yeah. Lovely. Anyway, my number 2 on this list, guys, is Hollister SoCal. Now, you guys are probably thinking, why, Matt? Why on earth have you got that crap in your fragrance list? It's not crap. In my opinion, I actually love this fragrance. A lot of people have said to me, you know, they've sent me private messages on, you know, YouTube. I've actually gotten quite a lot of negative comments. A lot of people have said, why have you reviewed that crap? It smells like pretty much every college student boy in America. Well, first of all, I'm not in America. And 2, we hardly get any decent sun. So me wearing this, I'm pretty much going to stand out, I think. Because it's actually quite an expensive fragrance. I think I paid about £29 for this. Literally. And it was about £29. Look at Morgan's face. She's like... Yeah, I mean, yeah... It's definitely like, the problem is with this fragrance, right? It smells absolutely fantastic. I love this fragrance. It reminds me of rum. It's got melon in there. It's got coconut in there. It's even got some hibiscus in there. So it's a very summery scent, you know? Here's the catch. It doesn't last long. I get about 4 hours out of this and then it's gone. It just turns into this very light skin scent. So you've literally got to put your nose like right close to your hand to smell it. So that's the disappointing thing about it, but I think it would honestly work much better in a humid climate. So I think that if I wear this to go over and see Morgan in the summer, I do think it would perform better. But here in this sort of weather, perhaps not. But it's in this list because I absolutely love the smell of it. It's got this very nice summery vibe to it. It reminds you of, you know, playing beach ball on the beach or surfing. It actually does have that. And when you smell this fragrance, it pretty much smells like a Hollister store. So if you go into a Hollister store, this is the fragrance you're going to get. It just hits you in the face. But it's just a gorgeous fragrance. Doesn't last long, like I said, but it's really, really nice. The bottle design is also really nice too. It reminds me like a little miniature bottle of rum or something. But yeah, so that's Hollister SoCal. It's my number 2. Honestly, I think if you smell this fragrance for the first time, you'll be like, wow, okay. It smells good, alright, I'll be honest. Because it does. Seriously, it smells amazing. So please check it out. Number 2 on my list for summer fragrances is Hollister SoCal. And we've come to my number 1. Now in this whole list, guys, there isn't an order for any of these scents. So it's not like I favour any of them more than the other. But this one is probably my most treasured fragrance in terms of a memory. Now, this is actually a scent which I wore the first time I ever went to the United States to meet my girlfriend for the first time. So I pretty much flew everywhere. That it was like a 28-hour journey, and this fragrance actually, I wore this on countless times. I sprayed it like every so often, and I just remember how good it smelled. And whenever I smell the atomizer of this scent, I'm just immediately taken back to that time of visiting the United States for the first time. So this is Jump by Dupe. This is another very inexpensive fragrance. You can pick up a 100ml bottle for about, say, £20. Very cheap. But oh my god, it smells so nice. Now, in terms of smell, what you're going to be getting orange, bergamot, lemon, watermelon, and you're also going to be getting lily, sandalwood. Such a beautiful scent. Such a beautiful fragrance. Whenever I smell it, I'm just immediately taken back to it. It's really strange how they give you those memories, you know. But I absolutely love it. It smells it makes you feel happy. It's such a bright scent, you know. Really beautiful stuff. But this one, I just love it for the memory, you know. Really great fragrance. So I would highly recommend checking out Dupe Jump and all of these other fragrances in this list, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Matt's Top 6 Fragrances. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think of this video, and please let me know what your top 6 summer fragrances would be. Like I said, I do apologize for doing this at this time. I know it's not the summer yet, but this is what I'm going to be wearing close to the summertime. So, yeah. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Keep smelling good. It's bye from me.
Bye.
And it's bye from the foot as well. So,
see ya.
So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Keep smelling good, and bye bye for now.